Welcome to the presentation of another beautiful mall in Jiading district in Shanghai, China. This mall is in Nanxiang town of Jiading district and it's called the Incity Mega Mall. It's one of the biggest malls in the world. It's a single structure and it's got about 340,000 meters square and a parking lot capacity of 3,000 cars. It's got about 400 brands in it, and we will go around the mall to introduce you to the mall, and you see the beauty of the mall and everything that we can get. This mall is called Incity Mega. We usually call it the Mega Plaza. It's located in Jiading district in Nanxiang town, pretty near Malu. Just one subway stop from the Malu subway station we saw before. And this is one of the largest single structure mall in the world. And its capacity is about 340,000 square meters of surface area. And it's got parking space of about 3,000 cars can park there at the same time. And this mall, I'll take you right into the mall and we can see this is a tunnel that was constructed right across the mall in order to avoid traffic around the mall. This tunnel goes right across under the mall and the subway station and a highway, the S5 highway. As you can see from the left of the mall, from the southern part of the mall is the S5 highway. To the northern part of it is the Jiading highway, elevated highway. So if you're living from downtown area, you could use either of these highways to get to Jiading district and to access the mall. This is a pretty long tunnel of about 1 kilometer that is crossing right from the south to the north of the mall. And these are the surrounding structures of the mall. I will take you around and I will divide our video into two parts so that we could have a detailed view. And this is like the surroundings of the mall, and I happen to go there to have a look so that the whole world can have a glimpse of what it is, one of the biggest single structured malls in the world look like. So let's continue to take a look. You can see right here that there is the Jiading elevated highway. This is one of those highways that lead into Jiading district. They kind of link the Songjiang districts of China, the Jiading district, the Jing'an district, the Minhan district. And this highway is still very free and available for number plates from out of town. And because the mall is very big, we're going to be taking a quick ride around the mall, and we can walk because it's pretty large in circumference, and if we have to go around it, the video might be too long. So we will start from here right now. You can see here, this is the one of the western face of the mall. From here you can see the other structures that are being constructed still by the company. Do not forget, this mall is constructed by Vanker Construction Group, and they are quite into real estate construction. Most of the communities and the big buildings and the shopping malls and plazas in Shanghai are being constructed by this construction company. Before we go into the mall, I would like to tell you that this mall has got about 400 international brands, ranging from clothing, food, child education, and libraries and shopping malls. Right at the surroundings, you could see communities, so the population influx into this mall is not quite little, especially during the weekends. And the surroundings of the mall is still quite free. There is still a plan to make constructions there of facilities that will help the mall to be successful economically. Here is the western section of the mall, which is bordered with a little creek, a little stream, and this gives the beauty of the other section of the mall. And there's some empty vast area left there for other future constructions. And this is leading to the parking lot. Do not forget, the parking lot here is quite enormous. It can contain about 3,000 cars at the same time, and it's got 3 basements down into the ground. So it's like B1, B2, and B3. We'll go there subsequently to see. From the western part, this is the structure of the mall. This is the view from the west of the mall, and right there towards the south is the subway line, and together with the S5 highway, the Hujia Gaosu. So we'll go around. We're almost going through the surrounding of the mall, and from here you can see the subway station located right in front there, and there's a taller structure there which is directly connected to the mall with a bridge. Both the subway station and the other office structures across the mall from the eastern part are connected with an overpass, a bridge that links both together. So down to the parking lot. Do not forget, I told you we've got a parking lot of 3,000 cars at the same time, and you can see that we'll be going to the B1, B2, and B3, and this is a weekend and we can't stop on the B1. We have been directed to B2, which means the B1 is fully in use, and we will check out at B2 if we can have some space here right now. And we still got here the entry into the B2 area has already been blocked already, and we have been directed to go straight to B3. We'll be heading to the B3 to find a parking space. And do not forget, this is a washing point in the basement area. All the segments, all the B1, the B2, the B3, they all got washing points where you could park your car and literally pay for the washing while you do your shopping or have your meal. After that, you come get your car, go home, which is already clean and perfect. So right now we're descending into the B2 zone, and as you can see, the mall is this is the B3, which means the B2 is fully occupied as well. You can see that there are different colors as we pass by. You see the blue, the yellow, the red, the orange, and being labeled with letters of the alphabet. So it's like this makes it convenient for you to track down your car after parking. Because after parking, you literally get into the mall, or coming back, it could be so difficult for you to trace back where exactly did you park your car. So like I once experienced, my car was, I lost the location of my car in a parking lot in the airport for close to an hour. I couldn't track it down until I used the magical system, which could guide me, and which an officer helped me to lay hands on my ride. We are still descending into the B3 parking area, and we have officers and security officers standing in different locations to guide cars and to guide people to find the right location for their cars. So we are finally here at B3. You can see the color of this area is yellow, and there is an accessible elevator just close by. And most often people park near the elevators in order not to miss the location of their cars. And we are going to find somewhere to park the car right now. Let me see. All right, you see the figures, the numbers there. They indicate the free parking areas in every row in the parking lot. Like here we got 17 parking spaces to the right of it, and they keep doing that indication, and even right outside you could know exactly how many cars are there, how many spaces are left, and then you could go inside. We'll keep driving here. Don't forget we are at B3, which is pretty deep under the parking lot, and just in the area there is a tunnel linking the Jiading Express Highway and right across the subway line and the S5 highway into the other half of Nanxiang town. And this is G is red, and there seems to be nowhere here to park. We'll keep going. It's all right. We've got some 2 lanes right there. To the first floor of the mall. Before we get down to the first basement, which is also a busy area there, we'll be leading through some of the brands that we have here. We have already seen the Blue Frog. That's a fast food restaurant chain, international restaurant chain, and we'll be sinking right deep to the first basement in order to begin from the bottom to the top. This is like the B. It's like the B, not the B1, B2, B3. B1, B2, B3 are for parking, and B is actually a food zone and a shopping area. Here you can see it's Bravo. Bravo is shopping. It's a supermarket and it's located right in the B1, right in the middle of the mall here right now. You can see there are kiosks and for people to sell stuff and hooks. And let's go way this way. There's a restaurant. You can see this restaurant is a Chinese restaurant, and here you have other brands. You can see them. We will take a look. I'll be listing some of those that I can see clearly. I'll be listing them out clearly so that we can all be fully aware of what we got here in the B section of the shopping mall. All right, this looks yummy. Dumplings. Literally, we'll have that. And the Mac Cafe. Mac Cafe is the coffee section of the McDonald's. We got it right in the basement, and right next to it, it's also a bright. That's like a temporary kiosk for sales. And what do we have here? In every floor, there's a map, a floor map. As soon as you get there, you got a floor map that could give you a guide on how to go in the floor, what is located in each area. That's like the general picture, not the details of exactly which store is located in what end. This is like a real huge city right in the B section of the mall. It's a huge city, and you can see people queuing up together to get food from specific restaurants that are so famous. And I realized that people come from far away to visit the mall, eat special food in the mall, and do special shopping. I saw the Victoria's Secret here. I wish I literally have never released in Shanghai, but I know there are a couple of stores here, but I don't know, it was very near me here. But you see there is Lilian Bakery. This a chain bakery. I've seen quite a couple of them in Shanghai area. And now we're getting into the food section with different variety of restaurants on either sides, and service men standing right at the door and ushering people in and inviting people to take part in their meals. We'll be checking it out. Cupcake. Oh wow, cupcakes. Or this is a sitting area. Well, when you get tired or when you're waiting for food, you could sit there in the middle, and you know what phones do, and touch your phone, use your phone and check stuff. I don't know what they're doing.
Young fried chicken.
Quite a lot of restaurants in this part of the shopping mall. This is Young Dumplings. Young Dumplings is a pretty old Chinese brand of dumplings. I know it's found in almost all the Chinatowns in the world. The feeling here, the colors here, they're quite like natural. Like the feeling is like we are in a refreshing area, and we can eat what we want here. Anything we want to eat here, we can find the list at the restaurant. And the colors are dark, and the area is like cool and quiet and calm, and you have quite a lot of people there though, with music, light music going on. And There are restaurants here just for everyone. For those who are not yet used to Chinese food, they could find foreign restaurants like the Burger King, fast food restaurant, and you could get Dutch bread and lots of different restaurants from different cultural backgrounds or countries. I just stepped out of the first basement. There was also an outside arena there, and you can see there is an escalator leading up to the first floor, and there is a natural garden there, trees, plants, and a waterfall, and giving a good feeling. You could grab a hamburger there and come right here. And do not forget, this is the COVID-19 period, and due to this, you have to be checked before you get more. Your temperature has to be checked, and should in case there is some emergency, then you won't be allowed to do the mall to cause contamination of other people in the mall. So this is strict right now.
Here says everyone has some customs. Russian blood.
There is also a very huge supermarket here, and this supermarket really has everything. Yeah, we are still here in the basement of the shopping mall, and there you can see Victoria's Secret, Sephora, some of the renowned international brands in the world. And right across from Sephora, you have Aussie Army, Israel Army, and there are going to be about 400 brands in the shopping mall. That is my UK, and we are going to see all the brands you literally can think about. That's Tesla. This shopping mall also have car brands being represented here. You can find Tesla, and right in the middle of the shopping mall in the first basement, you could see lots of cars there being presented for display. I'm sure we're going to meet them later. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, these are some of the cars that are on exhibition right in the mall itself. You got car companies, and there's quite a big lobby on the first floor, and these car companies can come in with different brands, different car names, or different innovative cars to present them for people to buy. You could literally just buy a car by walking into this mega mall. Somewhere on the first floor lobby, you could see the front decks, the information decks of the Mega Plaza, and you see people queuing up. Most often, when you buy stuff in the mall or you eat, you're given a receipt. You could bring it directly to the information desk, and they will record a system where you could get some points, and these could end up with rewards at the end of the year, or could lead up to some discounts, which you could gain by being a member of the shopping mall system. We are now rising to the second floor of the shopping mall. Rising to the second floor from the left-hand elevator escalator, you could have a wonderful view of the entire mall right to the 5th floor. And when you look to the left and to the right end of it, you see there are lots of accessible escalators leading to each floor. Here we can see Xiaomi, and the second floor's got quite a lot of brands that are being represented there. And we will be going around the second floor to check around and see what we really have in this wonderful mall. Within the mall, you have all signs guiding you to the subway station, guiding you to the toilets, guiding you to the security exits, and guiding you to elevators and escalators. So it's quite difficult to get lost in the mall. Just by raising your head, you have all the signs are written in both Chinese and English. And especially those logos, the logos of these various public places or public uses facilities are being drawn on the wall for you to be able to know the direction, how to get back to the subway station, or use an accessible elevator or the escalator or the public toilet of the shopping mall, which is quite big and clean. In every floor of the mall, there is an open exit, a pretty huge exit on the southwestern part of it. And before the exit, there is a huge arena, or let's call a huge lobby created just in the mall, and which is filled with plants and nature. And you can see it looks like just a forest, or some part of the building that looks like a forest. And it's pretty refreshing. When you get there, you feel like, oh, I've walked through brands, and now I am somewhere in a jungle with waterfalls and some waterfalls, and cliques of birds and trees and creeping plants going right up the building. It's quite beautiful when you get to this end, and the feeling is quite refreshing and amazing. we are done with our tour of the second floor of the Mega Plaza. This is one of the biggest in a single structure malls constructed in Shanghai and even around the world. We'll be rising right now to the third floor. From the third floor, we still have a lot of brands, a lot of especially food chain restaurants and both internationals and locals. And right now, I'll lead you to the third floor of the mall, and we can begin from here.
Teeny, no line. This is the third floor. Miss Cooper. There.
What I'll be trying to do during the show of this mall is to make sure you see all the brands that are represented here. I will flash through some pretty quick, and some of them I could go a little bit slower, because if I go pretty just adequately enough to say something about the various brands and their location in the mall, this could take pretty long time for the video, and it could be so difficult to upload it on any platform I want to be presented. So just go with me and be quick to see the brands that I'll be able to show on the video. Right here there is a really exciting area. It's for kids, and kids come here, they could go right on the net that is being closed in one of those open areas in the mall. It's just done with strings, and the kids jump in and bounce on, but directly under there is no other protection, just those strings. Kind of could be scary, but it's quite beautiful. And here is the sitting area, like the lobby. People could sit here to refresh and buy stuff from the KFC nearby. And we're back to this southwestern end of the mall with its own beauty, which is mostly natural beauty. Most of the areas of the third floor are located for kids-related brands, and this includes learning institutions, ballet, dancing, English language learning, and toy shops, and Lego learning, and ballet institutions. And right here you can see there's a path here the kids could get into a mini car where they could ride all around the mall and see whatever is happening in the mall. They go along with their parents. And if you see here, this is a kids world. I think this is a melon club where kids will go there and have a chance to play all day. Trust me, if you take your kids to the third floor of Mega Mall, you will definitely have a lot of fun. Your kids will never want to go back home. They would like to stay there all day, have fun, and because there's quite lots and lots of fun things. We'll get into the top floor, which is also so fun for kids. And right here, right now, I hope you can begin to have the feel of how great this amazing plaza in Jiading district, Shanghai, China. Do not forget, this is the biggest one-structure shopping mall in Shanghai, and in one of the biggest in the world. There is a display of pets here. You can see cats, birds, puppies, and lots of mini animals right here. And it's constructed with a glass wall, and people passing by could just see from the outside. And if you want to go inside, I have a total view of some of the mini animals. Maybe it's an indoor animal zoo, and birds of different kinds and sizes and colors. And you could go directly inside to have a look. And here we've got a sitting area of the shopping mall, and once you go around the shopping mall for quite a long time, you could get pretty tired, and you could grab a seat and sit down and have a little break. Veronda. I'll now lead you all to the fourth floor of the shopping mall, which is like the big chains restaurants. We had restaurants at the first basement of the restaurant of the shopping mall, and right here on the fourth floor we have, I think these are really expensive restaurants at this level of the mall. Here you can find restaurants from different countries. You have restaurants from Korea, Japan, Italy, everywhere in the world. You could just find whatever food you want to eat, especially restaurants from different provinces of China with long histories like Guangzhou, Sichuan, and Henan. We got restaurants of different kinds, of different flavors and different quality. Here you will miss whatever you want to eat. There is a great representation of the international standards of the shopping mall, and in every floor you got brands from all around the world, international brands, and you have English writings alongside Chinese writings, and you've got inspirational statements and words and decorations that make you feel purely international. So this mall is but actually what I missed there was I didn't meet any foreign persons buying there. So I do hope after watching this video most people visit Jiading district, Nanxiang mega mall, and have a look and get whatever they want from there, because it's pretty big, it's pretty beautiful, and it will give you whatever you need.
Select it. Fair, fair.
One of the key things you'll see while we're visiting the mall around is the sanitation, the cleanliness. You realize that on every floor there are quite a lot of cleaners allocated in different areas of the mall, and that's why you see the mall is so clean, and it's like every second someone's there cleaning up, picking up the dirt, and you can see some of the people there working as we go by. And this is quite typical of most of the great malls with a lot of sanitation. And considering that this is the COVID virus period, or there are everyone in the mall is required to put on a mask, and there is a temperature check at the gate, and to make sure that the healthiness of the people in the mall is guaranteed. As we go higher in the mall, starting from the basement and rising right up to the top floor, which is the 6th floor, you realize the population of the mall is decreasing. The higher we go, the fewer the people. I believe one of the reasons could be that this is like 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and the top floor is reserved for restaurants and some fashion, which is not quite useful at this hour of the day. So there are fewer people in this top floor. But then in every business, everyone would like to locate towards the base where it could be much more accessible without using an elevator or an escalator. So you can see that in this 5th floor, there are quite fewer people here, and we're almost getting to the last floor and the end of this first section of our video on the Incity mega shopping mall. Let me remind you that this is the biggest single structure shopping mall in Shanghai, and it's got a surface area of about 340,000 square meters and a parking space available for 3,000 cars at the same time. And it's located in Jiading district, Nanxiang town, a few minutes from Malu subway station, which we saw in our earlier video. Finally, we are rising to the top floor, which is the 6th floor of Incity mega shopping mall. Do not forget, this is one of the biggest shopping malls in the world, with a circumference about 340,000 square meters and accommodating more than 400 brands of the world, with a parking space of 3,000 cars, which can literally have a space at a single time. And we are right now at the top floor. Here we will be visiting some ice skiing areas and a KTV, and also we'll also have cinemas. The movie theater is located right there on the top floor. You do not have to use the escalators to go right down. You could also use the accessible elevators, and they are located in 4 ends of the mall: the northwest, the southwestern region, the north and the south areas of the shopping mall. Go with me while we go around to check these more and see these beautiful areas.
Wait for me in Chengdu.